What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and we will talk about Philippe Coutinho's potential return to Liverpool, because according to the Spanish newspaper AS, Barcelona Chiefs have offered Coutinho back to Liverpool once again because they are in really big financial difficulty. They are only signing basically free agents. They already signed Aguero on a free transfer. They are close to signing Memphis Depay, and they tried to sign Wijnaldum as well. But they want to get rid of Coutinho, and especially the 50 million euro debt that Barcelona still owe to Liverpool. So in this video we will talk in detail about this transfer story. We will weigh up the pros and cons of signing Philippe Coutinho. But let me know in the comments below, do you want Coutinho back to Liverpool? And if you are excited about this transfer news, leave a like if you want Coutinho back to Liverpool. And it is said that if Coutinho goes back to Liverpool, in return Barcelona want about 40 million pounds that they still owe Liverpool for the transfer of Coutinho written off. And Paul Robinson, former Tottenham goalkeeper, has suggested that Liverpool's priority for now should be signing a replacement for Wijnaldum. Of course they have lost Wijnaldum, which was a big surprise to me. Robinson said they need to sign a replacement for him, and we know Liverpool are not cash rich, they are not flush with cash right now. Therefore I think the return of Coutinho would only be a good idea if the finances are right. If it would have to make sense for the long-term interests of the club. I feared when he left that he would leave a big hole at Liverpool, but they actually went and got better because they signed Fabinho, they signed Alisson, they signed Van Dijk after Coutinho left. Liverpool have gone from strength to strength, and it will be a very interesting one to keep an eye on, because Coutinho is an unbelievable player still on his day, but you could not imagine him going anywhere else in the Premier League but Liverpool. And of course Jurgen Klopp was a huge fan of Coutinho back in his Liverpool days, but you know, his stock is diminishing. And according to the Spanish publication Mundo Deportivo, Coutinho could be available for as little as 17 million pounds in this summer transfer window. Even Everton and Leicester City have registered an interest, and even a loan move to Liverpool or Leicester have not been ruled out. I think a loan would actually be the best case scenario for Liverpool, because we could get Coutinho for 1 or 2 years on loan without paying a massive transfer fee or without paying huge wages to Coutinho. Yes, his wages would be big, but not as big as it was at Liverpool or as they are at Barcelona. And Barcelona are just hoping to recover at least part of the investment that they made in Coutinho by clearing his salary from the wage bill. And Coutinho right now is in Brazil recovering from an operation he underwent in April to solve a meniscus injury. He made just 12 La Liga appearances last season for Barcelona. The fact that Barcelona have been unsuccessfully trying to sell Coutinho for like 2 years, who is just turning 29 years old in this summer, shows how far Coutinho's star has fallen since terrorizing defenses for Liverpool. At first Barcelona overpriced the midfielder, having to settle for a loan switch to Bayern Munich before Bayern basically didn't sign him permanently after a bit part role in the Bundesliga. But his highlight was scoring 2 goals against Barcelona in an 8-2 demolition in the Champions League, I think quarterfinals. He actually got a second chance at Barcelona last season, but he was littered. That season was littered with injuries and reports of linking him to a move away from Barcelona. And last season he just played 14 games in total after and then he was forced to undergo a knee surgery. And Jurgen Klopp's prediction that if you go to another club like Barcelona, Bayern Munich or Real Madrid, you will be just another player, and here at Liverpool you can become something more. You can become a legend, you can be forever in Liverpool folklore, in Liverpool history. That actually became so true to Liverpool because Coutinho just became another player under you know, the regime at Barcelona and at Bayern Munich. He wasn't the main man anymore. He wasn't a star player. He was just another player in the shadow of bigger names at Bayern and at Barcelona. And also Barcelona has fallen off considerably since they signed Coutinho, because the fact that Wijnaldum actually turned down a move to Barcelona and joined Paris Saint-Germain is testament that Barcelona are now even behind the likes of PSG and Manchester City and Liverpool in terms of the pecking order. And also financially they are not the top dogs anymore, Barcelona and Real Madrid. And also the club is not as attractive as it was before, because it's not guaranteed anymore that you win trophies with Barcelona. It's not guaranteed anymore that you win trophies with Real Madrid. Yes, it's a big possibility, but it's no guarantee at all. And yes, Coutinho is 29 years old, so that's why I'm saying that a short-term like 3-year deal or 4-year deal would make sense, or a loan with an option to buy would make sense for Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool should buy Coutinho outright on a 5-year deal, because we just wouldn't have any resale value, and also if Barcelona can give us Coutinho for a free transfer and we can write off the debt, because Barcelona wouldn't be able to pay us anyway anytime soon, because they are in such bad financial shapes. The problem is Coutinho hasn't played any football since December, so he would need to get in quickly and get a full preseason under his belt, and also he would need to fight for his space at Liverpool, because it wouldn't be a guarantee that Coutinho would play regularly at Liverpool. But still, even if he just plays every other game, you would expect still Coutinho to easily score 12 to 15 goals at Liverpool, which is something that Liverpool have been lacking. We have been lacking a midfielder who can score goals regularly, and Coutinho could be exactly that type of player. And I mean, at Barcelona he scored 10 goals in his first like half a season, and then he went to Bayern Munich. He scored 11 goals in 38 games. Before that he scored 11 goals in 54 games for Barcelona. Then he went to Bayern, he scored 11 goals in 38 games, and then this season that just finished he scored 3 goals in just 14 games. So Coutinho is still a goal scorer. He's still a player who would score regularly in a Liverpool midfield, something that Liverpool have been lacking badly, especially because Naby Keita is never fit, Oxlade-Chamberlain is also struggling with injuries. They would be the two players you would expect to score 5 to 10 goals at least every season if they played like regularly. But because Henderson, Fabinho, Thiago and even Wijnaldum weren't prolific goal-scoring midfielders, and they were the 4 players who played the most minutes last season in midfield, Liverpool struggled for goals from midfield, and I think Coutinho could be the greatest solution to that. He scored 18 goals in 63 games for the Brazilian national team, and also, as I said, on a loan deal with an option to buy for 1 or 2 years, Coutinho could still do a wonderful job for Liverpool, even for 3 years. It all depends on the financial package. If Liverpool can make it work, that we don't have to pay anything, or if we have to pay just a small transfer fee, reasonably good wages for Coutinho, I think this transfer would make a lot of sense for Liverpool, because as I said, we could get a goal-scoring midfielder for a pretty cheap price, and we could have him still at Liverpool for the next 2 or 3 years, and he could still score 10-15 goals every season at Liverpool. I still think that Coutinho would be able to do that if he regains his full fitness. I'm not sure what his fitness is like. He's still recovering and training alone in Brazil, so probably Liverpool would need to do an extensive like medical and really see how Coutinho is. Coutinho had a successful career at Liverpool. He didn't win any trophies, but at Barcelona he won 2 La Liga titles, a Copa del Rey, a Spanish Super Cup. At Bayern Munich he won the Bundesliga, the Champions League, the German Cup, so basically everything. But since then, and he also won the Copa America with Brazil in 2019. But what is missing for Coutinho is trophies at Liverpool, and I think he would really love to rejoin Liverpool and win the Premier League or win the Champions League with Liverpool. What a success story that would be in my opinion. That would be absolutely fantastic for Coutinho and for Liverpool as well. So let me know in the comments below, ultimately where do you stand on this Philippe Coutinho back to Liverpool debate? Do you want him at Liverpool? Do you only want him if it financially makes sense for Liverpool, if it's a small transfer fee or a loan deal with an option to buy with reasonable wages? Or are you completely against Coutinho coming back to Liverpool? Do you think he's past his best and Liverpool should look to the future and sign the next young big talent and just forget about Coutinho? Let me know. And also, big news, any forward Liverpool FC additions are contingent on departures, according to some journalists. Divock Origi and Xherdan Shaqiri are likely to leave this summer, but they cannot simply be pushed out of the door without offers arriving. So Liverpool really need offers for Divock Origi and Xherdan Shaqiri. Xherdan Shaqiri is having a really decent Euros so far. He already got an assist, and both Origi and Shaqiri are decent players, but they are not good enough to be at Liverpool anymore. Last season probably showed that they failed to get into the side, even when Mane and Firmino were struggling and they had a big goal drought. A new attacker, one that can have a similar impact to Diogo Jota, would be a great addition, but you know, probably Liverpool need to sell at least 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 fringe players, and then after we move to them on, then we should be looking for a new attacker. And also great news, Mo Salah has won the PFA Fans Player of the Year award. He has been voted the best player by the fans of the Premier League, and the Egyptian claims this individual honor after a really prolific goal-scoring campaign that saw him get 22 goals and 5 assists, and that contribution of course helped Liverpool get a 3rd place in the Premier League, which was absolutely fantastic. And also the Premier League fixtures will be announced in a few days. I think it will be tomorrow 9 AM, which I'm really excited about. And you know what I'm also excited about? I'm going to the Hungary-Portugal game in a few hours in the Puskás Arena. It's like 3 kilometers away from me, so I'm going to say goodbye to you guys in this video. Get ready, and I will try to film and do a vlog during the game for you guys. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, see you later, goodbye.